That's a bit better. I know it's Sunday afternoon, liven up, will you? Okay, right, what we're doing, this is Ashley Robinson, everybody, by the way, a good friend of mine. Say hello to Ashley Robinson.
Hello, everybody.
My name's Ivan Lee.
Hello.
And together, we're going to be performing a few songs. No, we're not, are we? The most wonderful sound I ever heard. What we do, open platform. We're doing open platform, which is quite nice for me and Ashley to do, because we actually don't do anything. You do it. So, first of all, you all know what open platform is, don't you? Yes? Yeah, and you would, wouldn't you? So, first thing we need is some volunteers. And if we don't get volunteers, we'll pick you out. So it wouldn't be bad if everyone here had a go, would it? I mean, there's not many of you, so we could probably get through this, yes?
Yeah. Workshop usually suggests a bit of work.
Come on, Lynn.
Safe space, opportunities to practice your mediumship, any levels you're working at, and we'll just sort of look to coach you and tease out of you some of that evidence of life after life.
And remember, when you do, you've got to enjoy yourself, have fun, so there's no pressure. There isn't, because you're all like-minded people. You're not the sceptical type that you really got to, you know what I mean? It's like you know that life carries on. So you know that
like that pub you asked me to support you in Sutton one night for the charity day.
I've got to tell you this, right. I did there's a charity thing I was asked to do, and I think she passed, didn't she? Yeah. Anyway, it was in a pub function room, so you can imagine what it'd be like, and it's all, and I thought, I'm going to go with Ashley, take Ashley, because he's always done just churches, isn't it? And he's never done with the real people out in the world. Do you know what I mean? And what's it like, Ashley?
I mean, it's intimidating.
Yeah.
There's people who literally sat there with their arms folded up saying, you're a medium, prove it.
Yeah, they're like that. They go, go on then. You know, it's like that. But anyway, so we want a volunteer. Two volunteers. Let's have two volunteers. One, up here, love.
One more. Come up and join us. Come up and join us.
Come on in. Linda. Come on in. What's your name?
Sarah.
Sarah. Where are you from, Sarah? Huntingdon. I know where it is, love.
And you're Linda, aren't you?
And this is Linda from, I forgot where you're from. Epsom, Surrey. Home of the Queen's horses.
And Linda.
And Linda. Sarah's from Huntingdon. And used to be from Castle. All right, love, that's that. Okay. Okay. Right, so what they're going to do, you're the audience. Sarah first. Now, you'll know about linking in and stuff like that, don't you? Don't you?
Yeah.
And you've already done it, haven't you?
Long time ago.
No, I mean, just now, for now.
Oh, now, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, good. Off you go then. Ashley, you take care of Sarah. No, you're not. You sit down, relax.
Okay.
Tune yourself in what you need to do.
Okay.
Good afternoon, everybody.
Introduce yourself.
Oh, yes, my name's Sarah, and I'm going to attempt to link in with somebody for you. Oh, no, sorry, I am. Well, let's see how it goes. It does say
You
this
definitely
is...
talk to the dead. You're going to attempt to communicate
All right.
with these people that are living.
I know, I'm
that's
going to
be the challenge.
That's the hardest part. Talking to dead
communicate,
people's
yeah.
a doddle. It's the living that are pain.
So let me just look. This gentleman here, I want to link in somewhere around this area. And as I link in, I do feel a gentleman come forward. As I look at this gentleman, he is very much like you to look at. And I do feel that this is not a father link, I feel this is a grandfather link.
Why do you feel that? Tell them.
I just feel...
Tell them. Tell him. Tell him why you feel it.
I feel this is grandfather link because sometimes when I see a father, they come in as looking a bit younger. But I do feel this chap is a grandfather. I just feel it.
Yeah? And
Like
explain
I do
it.
work sentiently. And I just feel like a grandfather. Right.
How did he pass?
How did this pass? I feel this gentleman had a stroke. I feel that it was quite sudden and quite unexpected. And I also feel a link with the outside. I feel this gentleman...
Just pause for a second, because we want to get him to speak now. So get him to
sorry.
verify what
Can
you
you
said.
make sense of this, sir?
Not with the stroke, no.
Right, okay.
So think what else could stroke be linked to cardiovascular? To maybe
Well,
go
yeah.
back to the first bit. Do you
Okay.
understand the father figure in the spirit world?
Do you understand? Okay.
Which is what
I
you
also
said.
feel
Ignore
this
me,
is-
you
this
were up
is-
first time.
The feeling I get is that this was in a time where they didn't actually understand the medical conditions like they do now, which is why I went. I feel that he was outside when this happened. And if I'm not, can you take this at all?
So what might they have said?
Yeah, I do feel that this is going back. And as I see him, I just see him standing in a garden. I feel he was an outdoors sort of person. I can see him in the garden and I can see open fields. So I do want to go, not in central London, but I do want to go out in the boroughs towards the open countryside, possibly towards the North Downs or the South Downs.
Okay.
Conceivable.
So pause and summary now. Because
Okay.
you want to verify communicator. You can quickly summarise so you understand this man that died of this, like that. And then you've got another yes and you can start giving them a message.
Right, so I understand that this gentleman died suddenly of some sort of blood clot, stroke, possibly heart attack. They probably weren't sure at the time. He was an outdoors sort of man, and this links with you on a grandfather type level.
That would be my grandfather on the father's side.
Good. So
Lovely.
You've got
Thank
Dad's dad.
you.
And now you can
We
ask him.
got
No,
it.
it's good. It's really good. It's good evidence. You've given him good evidence. And he's just told everyone in the room that it's definitely his granddad. So now you can
Lovely.
go on and give him a bit of a message. What does his granddad want to tell you about him?
Grandad's telling me that you have a metal, like an old biscuit tin box that once belonged to your father but was his. It's like this box that's been handed down through the family. There's little bits of memorabilia in it, like badges, like old sort of, even I'm getting...
Used to have, yes.
Yeah,
Very small one.
but I'm sort of getting like almost military stripes. And,
Not so sure about the stripe. Military.
yeah, but even lovely, thank you. And I'm also sort of, it's like, I know yesterday people were making journey sticks, but it's like this is a journey tin. It's a collection of memories, not only from your granddad, but your dad. It's something that's been added to over the years and has been passed down.
Yes, I wish I knew where it had gone.
Oh,
Oh, we can find it, Sarah. Come on, we'll have a look. We like this. Tell him where it is.
Where was the last
Come on,
time
we'll
that
have a go.
Grandad saw
Go
it?
to the attic for a
All
start.
right.
Ask in your mind. When was the last time you saw it, Grandad?
all right, what was the last one? Sorry.
Ask his
That's
granddad
good,
where
you're
it
good.
is.
You've given really good specific evidence. Now, go back to the communicator. Come on, when was the last time you saw it? If you know he has it, when did you last see it? Doesn't mean he'll find it, but it was the last time you saw it.
He's taken me back outside again. And I think it's something that you might have, as a family, all got out, sat under a tree, got it out and reminisced in the past. But it's almost as if it could even be in the back of a shed somewhere. I don't know. But can you make sense of this? Can someone...
But I think it would have been from a long time ago.
Yeah,
Because since Grandad passed, he
right.
a couple of times.
Ah.
And that's part of the problem.
But it's almost as if, I feel as if he's saying to you that this is a family tradition that you could carry on, because now there's a new generation, and this is something that he thinks that you should do. You should be writing your story through collecting and to set up that tradition again. Or it's or it's something that you are thinking of doing, or someone in your family.
Good. So
Yeah.
you've given him something really specific. You've got his confirmation from it. You've then asked Grandad about it. Grandad doesn't. He's probably lost it outdoors by the sounds of it. But you've now
Yeah.
got this opportunity to say, well, Grandad said it doesn't matter because he did
Yeah.
it. His dad did it. Now you've got the
It's
opportunity to
your
do
turn
it,
to
and he's
do
telling
it.
you about scrapbooking.
But
So now just think about last sort of couple of summarising, because if we were in a big room, he's got the evidence, he's got the communicator, and now you want some words, pearls of wisdom from Grandad. Ask Grandad, give me a summary now. What is
it's
it?
got a date. It keeps saying March the 26th. Can you take March the 26th for an anniversary?
Very close, not 26,
Right, okay.
within days.
Oh, that'll do. Yeah, that's right. And also
He
January.
wants jam on it, so...
January 23rd is coming as well. And right. Okay, and Peter in the family wants to be remembered. No, you can't. Okay.
Unless it's a relative that I'm not familiar with.
So who is Peter? Ask Grandad. Oh,
It's
who's
someone
Peter?
on the earth plane.
Okay.
I feel it's
Someone that Grandad knew, or someone that he knew?
I think it's someone you know. I don't.
Okay.
That you know that would have known him.
And Peter's still alive?
Yes.
Okay. So is Grandad reaching out to Peter?
Yes, I think he wants you to.
No, I mean, I haven't got any close friends, Peter, now. The only Peter that I would have known.
Okay.
Certainly wouldn't have known.
So if
Right.
it's not a
Well,
human being, what could symbolic be? Peter and Paul, is he helping someone out? Is he moving money around? What could be the symbolic side of what he's mentioned with Peter? So you could say to him.
Because sometimes I work with your symbolism, don't I?
Yeah. Whatever
To
is
me,
in
it
your
could
mind.
be an issue around keys. Have you lost any keys recently? Oh, it's a question.
Tell him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get a sense that
He's
there's
lost
an
the
issue
key, he
around
could've been keys in it.
keys.
Tell him.
Oh,
Okay.
right. Well, there you
Right.
go.
Grandad hopes does Grandad hope he finds him, or he's laughing at him? Was it an important key? Yeah. Any sort of like final points from Grandad? So he understands the significance of the key. That's what Peter meant. So rather than getting the no from Peter, saying, well, he was talking about the keys, that's what Peter means to me. You've understood this key's gone missing. Yeah. Ask Grandad, is he all right? Is he miserable? Is he happy? Is he sad?
He's happy.
Okay.
He's
Grandad's happy. Did he hate him? Love him? Fond of him? Didn't like him? What did he think of him?
He's all right.
He's all right.
No. This comes through with a lot of respect and affection, and there's a lot of love. And I feel that he looks down. He's looking at the lineage as it goes on. And as I look at him, he does look very like you. And I think he just wants. He's holding out an apple. Maybe you need to eat more apples. I don't know.
No.
But
Not
there
maybe.
you go.
Why? Why is there an apple? Why is there an apple?
Apple a day keeps the doctor away.
Okay.
Throw it at him.
So,
So-
can I just leave his love with you? Thank
Great.
you.
Brilliant. Well done. Give her a round of applause.
Round of applause for Sarah there. Right.
Well done.
One thing, I did mention it this morning, if anyone was in the workshop about communication, you don't
job.
necessarily have to have the message, like I said earlier, because sometimes you'll ring your kids up or someone you ain't seen for ages just to say hello, don't you? Is it me you're looking for? I can see it in your eyes. I can hear it in your voice. Lionel Richie, love, all right. Hello. You were miles away there, weren't you? Okay, Linda. Knock 'em dead, kiddo. Here you are.
Yeah, you just want
Oh,
to
you
a double
did
mic.
that one.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
We've MacGyvered that one.
Hi, welcome. I'm Linda. While I'm standing here, I have a gentleman who is a grandfather on the mother's side of the family. He's showing me a military uniform with the red band around his hat. Does anybody understand this man? He would have been high up in the army. He showed me army. And I'm going back to Second World War, or before or after.
You've done well then. Because you did. You got the. Don't look at me. Look at them. Because you got the evidence, and now they just got to think about it. Because I think you're over in the corner.
Over there?
But I'm not helping you out here.
Okay. Well, not only can I not hear, I can't see either.
Huh?
I said I can't see that far. I've got my
No,
glasses
I'm
on.
joking.
So, you think he's with you?
No, you don't think. You know he's with
He
him,
knows,
all right?
okay. Would you understand about a brown leather watch that would have been passed down on the family with a beige face and gold numbers on? Yes. Yes. Has that gone to you? No. Okay. Would you understand if I told you that he was a keen gardener and I don't know whether he eventually had something to do with a market stall or farm, but he's showing me vegetables, potatoes in particular. Right, okay, so they were his speciality. Okay.
After was he a spud farmer?
Okay, would you understand about the brown and white dog with him with the long ears? No. Okay. Would you understand about the dog? Yes. And it would have been it looks like it should have been a working dog, may not have been a working dog, but it was one of those types. No. No, okay. Would you understand if I told you he had bad chest? Okay, and I've just heard the word emphysema, so it would be something wrong with his lungs. That's correct. Okay. And would you understand if I told you that he died of pneumonia? If it wasn't pneumonia that took him in hospital, he would have passed away with pneumonia to do whatever it was that he went into hospital. Okay. He's also got a message for you, and he's saying that you're thinking of adapting, not changing, adapting some things in your life. No, not changing, adapting. And he said, you think about it. He said, but don't do anything about it. So he said, it's like you plod on, think about it, and nothing happens. Does that make sense to you? Okay. So he said, it's about time you just went click and done it. He said, it's about time you just went click in your head and done it. He said, stop thinking. He said, you're overthinking things. Oh, I'm a bit
crack on,
loud.
you're right.
Get a bit excited.
Just trying to give you a bit of coaching. Without being obvious.
Oh.
You're doing brilliant. Go on,
Okay.
go.
Okay, so he said it's all good things. He said it's just a few little adaptations in your life. Positive adaptations. Yeah, I've got them.
Okay, looking at me, I'm not here.
Okay. Yeah, no, he's just encouraging you. He said that it's all good. He said you've got lots to look forward to.
Was not saying a word.
Okay, and that really is just his message for you. Okay, and lots of love. Okay, thank you.
Well done. Right, okay.
So, very well done. So let's give her a better round of applause than that. So, as a member of the congregation, obviously I'm preaching to converted because you're all at a spiritual and psychic weekend, but what are the things we look for in getting a message? What do we want out of it? What is an objective? Is it to find the tin we've been looking for since we were a kid in the garden? What do we want proof of?
Not ringing numbers.
Go on, shout out. Life after death. We want to know about their life in particular, don't we? So when it's for us, we want that evidence, don't we? As I was saying, a message, I'm all right, I loved you. You probably knew those things while they were alive, but knowing that they still have that life after life. So giving that evidence is really good. For you in the congregation, we have 120 people in here tonight. If only one person's getting a message, how do we include everyone else? What do they want to know that person's getting? Evidence. Do they want uplifted? Do we get uplifted by seeing that evidence of other people? Yeah. But when we're trying to get almost like a one-to-one reading in a group of 122 people, why was I getting, I've forgotten your name, sorry. Sarah, to summarise. What was the importance of that? Yeah, maybe to be sure. You were sure anyway, but what about everyone else in the room? I call them body snatchers. We get them at Wimbledon Church all the time. They turn around. If the message ain't for them, they switch off. So as soon as you start linking in with someone else, everyone's switching off a bit. And there you do. You get the room back, aren't you? Right, so you understand this man claiming to be your granddad, that Sandy passed with X, Y, and Z. You understand those dates. You do. Good. Now I'm going to give you this message. Everyone's back in the room. They're listening to the evidence.
It's very much like you'll get, because we all get the evidence, if you like, or we all get the information different ways, right? Because we're all different people, and we just get it in different ways. But it's like, well, I call it, it's like a sandwich, right? The evidence you're getting is the meat, yes, or the filling for you vegans, you weirdos. It's the filling, right? What you need to do is put a bit of garnish on it to keep everyone in the room on board. Does that make sense? For example, I don't know, I might be getting told, I've got Bert here, he's got a club foot and a wooden leg. You can't have a club foot and a wooden leg, can you? He's got a wooden leg and an eye patch, and he's on the boat. You know, I'm making it up, obviously. And you might be just getting that information. So it's how you give it. Does that present it? That's the word. Because it's like, good afternoon, everybody, blah, blah, blah. Oh, yeah, I've got a gentleman with me. He's telling me, or he's showing me, oh, he's got his leg back, but he must have had a wooden leg when he was on the earth plane. He's showing me a patch over his eye, so he must have his patch over this eye. And when you get a couple of bits of information, because sometimes some mediums will go to a person, know you're with them. Other times you just throw it open in the room. That make sense? You know what I mean? Yeah, but you sort of compact it. You present it nicely in a pretty box with a bow on. Do you understand that? And that keeps everyone else engaged as well. I mean, private reading, it don't really matter. You just do as you like, because you just got that person that you need to communicate with. But when you're working publicly, it's a real... I mean, you've all been there. You've sat in your churches, and someone's medium's gone up, and they give a message out, and they're like 20 minutes with the one person. You are switched off. And you are looking around going, yeah, do the painting here, couldn't it? You know what I mean? Like, oh, what time's that last bus? I've got to go. It's always nice to engage everybody, because in the best will in the world, wherever you are, it's churches, halls, theatres, you are not going to get round to everybody in that room. But I always say, because it's always nice, because even if you're there and your dad's passed and you want to hear from your dad and you don't, but someone else hears from their father, then that makes you think, oh, well, if her dad's all right, my dad must be all right. That makes sense? Because despite some religions, heaven is not selective. We all get there. Or as I like to call it, Stamford Bridge. But heaven. Right.
Yeah, just a couple of quick things I wanted to say. I want to get some more people up. There's two things I wanted to mention. It's all about shopping. So there's shopping list mediumship and carrier bag mediumship. And
Don't do carrier bag mediumship.
And that's exactly what I'm going to say. So for me, carrier bag mediumship is, I give you a load of information, you say no to it, and I say, can I just ask you to take that away with you? Okay, and for me, you see it in private readings all the time, and I have clients that might come back to me 6 months later and go, you gave me a load of stuff, which you won't remember as a medium anyway, and it all made sense. If they want to do carrier bag mediumship because they've recorded their message and they plan that, that's different. But certainly when we're working publicly, the last thing we want to do is just give them a bag of stuff to take away. The other thing is the shopping list mediumship. And it might be that you've got loads of really good information. But be careful of saying, and I've got birthdays in January, yep, February, March and April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November and December, okay? Of course you do. You're going to know people that have had birthdays. Try and say, oh, whose birthday? Significant. Well, actually, so-and-so was 50 in August. When? I can't remember, because I was terrible at dates. There's a big birthday that you've just missed or is coming up next August. Yeah. So they know it is significant. So just be aware of the list. It's the same with names. When you get a really good link, oh, I've got Peter and John and Michael, yeah, and Stephanie. They suddenly go, no, I don't get Stephanie. You've got one no, 10 names made sense. Give them the name and the significance without the shopping list. So they take that information, they get that yes, and you're able to then move on and get the message. When you sat down for half an hour with someone and they want to know, you know, it turns out they relate to the Beatles, they want all the names, try and give them the names if you get that evidence. Does that make sense? Anyone want to challenge me on that? Do we think shopping list or carrier bag mediumship is a good idea in sort of platform mediumship?
No, it's not.
Good.
Because I'll tell you what carrier bag mediumship is, shall I? You know what we mean by carrier bag mediumship, yes? Wake up. It's when they go, I'll take it with you, etc. I know you just told her.
I still don't know.
You just said what it was. It's lazy. It's lazy mediumship. Because it's like, I like nothing better, and I wish I'm not going to say this because I'm on tonight, than someone going, no, and then you find out, you know, blah, 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 and they go, oh, well, yeah, actually, yes. You know? Because the worst thing, especially when you're in front of people, you get a couple of, like, good hits, if you like, we'll call them hits, for example. You get a good hit, like, your dad's here, his name's Frederick. Yes, died of cancer, yes. And you say something, and they go, no. Especially if you're just starting out, or you're not very experienced in doing public work. As soon as you get that no, the whole world comes crushing down. The walls come closing in. And it's like you just go, blah. Ignore them. Know that they're wrong. Does that make sense? Know that they're wrong. And say, well, no, hang on a minute. You're saying no, but your dad's telling me, and then you find out what it was. And they go, oh, yeah, you're right. How many times have you been in churches when that's happened? Yeah. Right, volunteers. Oh, you've gone quiet. I'll come and pick you.
And remember, there is no wrong way to do this. We're only giving you our sort of opinions on it.
Give me a colour, any colour you like. Purple. Who's got a purple top on? Purple head, you're up. Come on. Come on, she's picture. Yes! In your own time, love. Whenever you're ready. Right. Give us another colour, Shell. Give us a colour. Blue. Blue top.
I help you.
Picture? No. Come on. Want to volunteer? Right. You working
Okay,
with...
yep. So do you have a link with you at the moment? Okay.
Shut up.
So do you work mediumship before?
Come on. Come on, Ashley. It'll sort you out. Yep. Ladies and gentlemen, while the mediums are preparing, here is a little advert of what we've got coming up. Later on this afternoon, we have Transfiguration with Ashley Robertson and Phil Shaw. This evening, we have a wonderful evening of mediumship, just to keep everyone entertained. You got anyone yet, girl? You want to go now, don't you? Crack on. I know you got. Go on and use that one. Everybody, this, I've got your name. It's Karen. Oh God, Karen. This is Karen. First ex-wife's name. Terrible. No, it's true. She can wait till she's finished. Actually, you need that mic. Sorry, got it. Does that make sense to anyone?
I don't understand. Aware of a neighbour. It wasn't a neighbour anymore because they moved to heaven. Bang their head. A man.
Oh. Okay, so we're over it. We're over it.
Where in the world? Is it in this country? Yes. In this country?
Hey?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
we've got someone that had a neighbour that now lives in heaven and is in this country. Which part of the country? The north, east, south or west?
You're not talking. Oh, yeah.
A town that might have had the letter B. Alphabet 26. Okay, so that doesn't make sense. It's Bromley. Okay, so Bromley is in which area? Kent.
Kent.
It's also near Croydon. So you could say to the communicator, are you linking to Bromley, Kent, Croydon area, or is it the person receiving the message that would understand links to that? Don't ask questions.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I need that.
Make a statement. You would understand links.
Would you understand links with Bromley?
No. Okay. They
Bogner,
don't. So
actually.
think about what else could Bromley
Bogner.
mean. Okay. So in my mind, because I don't live that far from Bromley, I know it's where my wife goes into a time portal to go shopping. I'm always worried she'll ever come home with any money left in the bank. Yeah. So is it about shopping? Is it about money? What does Bromley mean to you? Do you know where Bromley is? It's a place. You've been there. So why did you go there? Shopping. Okay. So the neighbour, now we're after the neighbour. Did they have a shop for the neighbour? Did the neighbour have a shop for them? Shopping the link. They take you to Bromley because they went slightly further away to go shopping for them. Or is it that they've done the shopping for them? Okay, good. So you've got an elderly gentleman. That was the link that was talking about shopping about the neighbour. Your neighbour? No, don't ask him. Tell him. You understood your communicator, Richard? And you've understood your message. He's grateful for your help, your company, he's enjoyed his garden up there. There is one. Bad news is there's an allotment for you next Thursday.
Oh, Sally, everybody, round of applause, see?
Congratulations, well done.
And what you've got to do, and Sally did it. Yeah. There you go.
Okay, so Richard was just saying the neighbour had died on his way back from shopping, and that was the link to Brom. So you need to think about our palette of information. Very well done to you. The colour of your hair dictated you were up here today because Barbara decided that was the colour. Well done. Good message.
Good message.
Good
Well done.
evidence.
And what you've got to do, round of applause for Sally, everyone. And what you do, and Sally did it, and I've seen it, it's like you get the information and you give it, and the person who's just given the information goes, "Cool, really? Wow!" Don't do that. You be confident. You're the medium, okay? They don't know it's your first or second time on platform. So when you get up there in your head, you've got to be the best you are. And your experience, you've been doing it for years, because they don't know. Does that make sense to everyone? Yeah, good.
Why did I ask Sally to turn around? So there were some obvious things, chemical cocktail going through her body as she came up here, because she didn't particularly want to be here. Why did I turn her around? So she wasn't looking at you. It was a really simple thing, because did she need to look at you? No, we don't. There's two brilliant mediums at Women of Spiritualist Church that actually can't see anything. It's about the evidence and the communication. I just tried to take that pressure off, because it can be intimidating. Actually, sometimes working in the theatre with more people, there's a light. It's good not to see the audience. And you trusted your evidence. And Richard, being awkward, deliberately didn't say anything. He didn't make it a private reading. He didn't give you that energy. You trusted your communicator, and you made statements about it, and Richard agreed with you. Good evidence of life after life. Well done.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, all the way from... All the way from Carshalton. On the estate?
Not quite.
Just off there? Whereabouts?
Down the road.
Yeah, what road?
Stanley Road.
Stanley Road. That ain't posh, love, or something like that. Stanley Road ain't posh, only round the corner.
Oh, God, that was that.
Anyway, all the way from Carshalton in Surrey, the wonderful Karen, everybody.
Thank you.
Come on.
Okay, I'm with the lady at the back with this spotted top in the middle, the glasses. I'm with you. Can I work with you, please? Can I work with you? Yeah.
Into the mic, it helps.
I've got a gentleman with me on your father's side. He's showing himself to me in a double-breasted suit, hair slicked back. He's shown me a photograph of himself on his wedding day, and he's with obviously with a lady with who's dressed in a white dress with a very short veil. Can you take that?
Father figure, could be father figure.
Could be a father figure, maybe. He's about 5'10".
It's tall anyway, isn't it? 5'10".
No.
That's tall. Just say tall fella.
Tall fella. Tall man. Let's see what else I get from him. He's telling me that he had stomach problems. Has stomach problems, and he also had, he's saying his organs failed him at the end, but it started off with his stomach, and it carried on up to his chest and his throat, but actually everything went at the very end. All around the stomach.
Yeah. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, it started off in the
Right,
stomach,
she's
yeah.
wrong.
Yeah. And then it worked his way up. So I'll speak a little bit louder for you. What else is he coming through? He's telling me that he remembers you as a child. And in one particular incident, you were in a park, a playground, a children's playground. and he was watching you over the railings. You were dressed in a summer dress, sleeveless summer dress. You were about 5 or 6 at the time, he's telling me. So you may not remember. Let me see if you can give me something that you will remember.
The park thing might be symbolic, as in, as a kid, because you know when you're kids, you're very carefree and you play a lot, and you know what I mean? Life's a lot more simpler then. So it could be symbolic.
Along those lines.
So nowadays, it's like, with all the, especially the year we've had, it might be just you need to get out and have a bit more fun, or enjoy yourself a bit more, rather than being, we've all been cooped up indoors. Do you know what I mean? It could be symbolic to say you need to get out. Get out, girl. Don't tell her. Get out, girl.
There is an element of that about getting out and socialising more and going out, not only meeting your friends, but also just getting out of the 4 walls. He's saying you spent too much time recently when there has been no need to. You've had invitations or had opportunities to go out, but actually you haven't. You've sort of shied away from it and decided that you were going to stay within your own little bubble. And he's saying now is the time for you to move out of that bubble.
Yeah. So she's right then, isn't she? She's right then. Well, just say yes, you're absolutely right. You're wonderful, Karen. Well done. That's what you've got to do. You ain't getting nothing here, right? No. Tough audience. Okay.
But even since the situation has got better within the world, you are still staying, you're still being very cautious, and you're still staying within 4 walls or within your own area.
That's all right. You're fine. You're fine. That's fine. That's fine. You're not in a neighbour's garden, see? Anyway, summarise it up and package it.
Actually, he's saying to me that it's good to see you here, and mixing with people, and enjoying yourself and laughing again, because there hasn't been much of that going on. He does pop in and out around you, and he knows that there hasn't been very much laughter in recent times, but it's good to see you now getting out and about, especially in this environment, and mixing with people and smiling again. He's giving me April and September for months, and November's a passing. Yeah, he's saying November's a passing.
You're right. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. That's it. Thank you very much for working with me.
There you go. Karen, everybody. Right, thank you. Yeah, you got that. All right, okay. Yeah, symbolic. It could be she got the thing about them playing as a garden, as a kid, etc., etc. It's symbolic, especially with the year we've had with everyone, with what's gone on in the world. Does that make sense to everybody? Yes, it does, Ivan. Thank you very much. I'll crack on then, shall I? You're right. Right. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Right, the people who've had messages or the communicators, who was it? Put your hands up. Richard, you. Now, did that all make sense to the 4 of you? Yes? 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 Hello? Good. Right. So they did all right then, didn't they?
Yes.
Good. Come on, give them a bit of encouragement, will you? What is the matter with you lot? Right, what time? What time are we?
It's 4 o'clock, yeah. We're good.
Right. Who wants, come on, someone volunteer.
And we can experiment and perhaps do something different. So the person that come up and work with me, I'll come and show you how to do some colour readings.
Ooh.
Who wants to come and do some colour readings?
Colour readings is working psychically. Now, if you was in the thing this morning with me, or this afternoon, working psychically is completely different to working with spirit. We're communicators. Yes?
Yeah, come and join me. So for those that were at the Journey Stick workshop, a lot of the Journey Stick reading was quite psychic. You're picking up the energy. I was in Jeff's workshop with the sand and then the water. Shirley, you do a lot of this with jewellery and objects and picking up the energy. Come and join us up front.
There are many different ways you can get a message across. Possibly the same message, but there's many different tools, crutches, whatever you can use. Many different, like you can use colours, you can use cards, you can use, what else can you use?
Football clubs.
Football clubs, football clubs?
Yeah.
You can use football clubs.
Ivan, do you want a football club reading?
No, I don't want a football club. You know all about me.
I know what Tottenham and what Chelsea would mean for you in your life based on the teams. Yeah.
Sunday afternoon and he's swearing like that. Unbelievable, isn't it?
Okay, so introduce yourself to everybody.
Hi, I'm Paula.
Talking to the mic. Paula.
Yeah, hold the mic up.
Hi, I'm Paula.
Tell them what you're going to do. So I'm going to do some colour readings for you.
Oh, I'm going to do some colour readings.
Who wants a colour reading? Ask them. Who wants a colour reading?
Who wants a colour reading?
Okay, so choose someone.
Go on.
The lady.
Okay, so ask her to give you a colour.
What colour?
Green. Okay, so without now reading for Shirley, just turn around and look at me. Okay? What does green mean to you? Just call it out. Start telling me what green means.
Nature.
Okay.
Growth.
Growth. Keep listing off the things about green.
Green. Green grass at home is on.
Green grass at home, yeah?
Yes. Gardening.
Gardening.
Being outside.
Being outside.
Emotions. 'cause it
Emotions, okay.
relates to
What about
emotions.
traffic lights? What does green mean in traffic lights?
Go.
Go. Okay, go where?
Go wherever you want to go.
Okay, which is where for Shirley?
I don't know.
Did you tell me?
Oh, I don't know.
Just tell me.
Go.
Shopping, church, home, hospital, friends, family, work,
I think
fun.
go out socialising.
Go out socialising. Okay, turn around now. Okay, looking at Shirley. So we've got that list of things, and we don't do the shopping list mediumship. So we're now going to textualise it. So we're saying, thank her first of all, because she was brave enough to put her hand up. So always thank the people.
Thank you.
Okay, so say to her, well, I've got green with you. You've given me green. So if she doesn't understand the reading, that way you're putting it back on her. It's her colour, right? You've given me green, Shirley. Okay, and now you're starting to build up a link because you're working psychically. You've done your interpretations now of green. Okay, traffic lights are green. We've got a real sense of go, Shirley, it's for you. Okay, so tell her more about that. What did you just tell me? What does she need to do?
You need to get out and socialise more. I think you need to socialise.
Okay, well, so rather than think, we don't do too much thinking because we start doing too much thinking. So she's given you confirmation. I go out a lot. That was the green for go. She gets out. She does an awful lot. Okay, we don't make stereotypes about people. I know Shirley really well. She's like a surrogate grandmother to me. She doesn't have to. She can sit on the couch and do nothing. She makes a big effort. So green and go is her sense of get up and go. You've said you think she needs more socialising. She says that she doesn't want to or she didn't want to. So now go back to the other stuff. What's important for her with the green? What did you say? Were you talking about gardening, green?
Yes.
So where does she need to go more? What does she need?
Being out in nature, being out in gardens.
Okay. So now turn it into a statement.
So
you like being outside with nature.
I like being out and about.
There we go.
I like a bit of both. I do like home, but I do also like to...
Should have chosen a different colour then. Green's outdoors. No, I'm joking. I'm joking with you. Yeah. No, so good. You're giving her the facts back. So get up and go. I've got your sense of green. You're getting out and go. I think you could benefit with the benefit. Do you think? Are you thinking that now? Are you sensing it? Or is it the colour telling you? Now you're talking to Shirley. You've got that get up and go. So what are you sensing with her as you talk on the colour green?
Oh, mine's gone blank.
That's all right. Well,
Sorry.
you had nature. You had growth.
Growth.
Is she growing? Spiritually, physically, mentally?
I just got
Not enough food?
September
Too much food?
coming.
Huh?
Just got September coming.
September. Okay. Yeah, good. So we've got September. You've grown since September. Okay. Physically, mentally, spiritually. Confidence coming back. Forget the fact she slipped over yesterday and banged her leg. Confidence is getting better. You're getting out a bit more, Shirley. Yeah, and you like being outdoors, don't you? Okay. There we go. There's your green. Short, sharp and punches. Good. Right. Ask someone else. That's good. Well done. That was you. That was you giving her a quick message just from the colour. You've started with your stereotypes about what the colour means to you, and then you've started a relationship with her. Yeah. You're engaging with her.
Right.
You're swapping energy, and that energy exchange, and you're developing. Do one more colour. Choose someone else and do another colour.
The man there.
The man there.
Most difficult person you've picked in the room to give a psychic reading. I'm joking. Right.
What colour would
Testing.
you like?
Okay,
Blue.
so you know what to do now. You do it.
Okay.
I'm not going to interrupt.
Blue. I see water, so I don't know if you like being by the sea.
Don't tell him
in
what
the
you don't know.
fresh
Tell him
air.
what you do know.
Blue, blue, blue. Sorry, I'm thinking.
No, it's good.
much.
Fine. Do less thinking and more speaking. Think as you speak.
Let's think
How
it.
do you speak without thinking?
Think aloud.
Blue. I can't think. Blue.
Blue.
Blue. It's just come to me. You're a good communicator.
Now, just going to pause there. I know Phil, and he's an exceptionally good communicator. He teaches people to communicate. You don't know that about him. How did you get blue in communication?
It just came in my head.
Because that's you now starting to build up the psychic link.
I see.
Right, good. So just keep talking to him and keep telling him what you get him.
Right.
Give him a couple more bits of
I've just
information.
got, you like animals. Yeah, I love animals. Particularly dogs.
Okay. And just think about your positioning now, because if we
Right.
have the whole congregation, we just turn
I'm
a bit more.
turning my back.
And what you have to do is you have to pivot. You want to make Phil feel like he's the only person in the room.
Right.
And you also want the whole audience to think they're getting a bit of a colour reading.
Right.
Okay. So you know he likes dogs, you know he likes being out. Anything else you want to say with the
I
blue?
was going to ask a question there, but it's the way you word it, isn't it?
Well, just take the question mark off and make it a statement. Worst thing you do is say no. And he won't tell anyone. So just say
I
it.
just get swimming. Swimming, yeah.
Swinging?
Swimming.
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 I was going to say it can't get any worse. You accuse him of swinging, maybe.
No, not swinging.
Swimming. Swimming. Good. Swimming. And what is he? Is he swimming in a lane?
No.
Is he competing?
I just
Having
feel
fun?
that you're quite fit.
Quite fit.
Yeah. When you obviously swimming is quite active, so it's quite aerobic.
Does it make him
So-
happy? Don't ask him. Tell me. Does it make you happy?
I think he does.
Okay. Don't think. Tell him.
Oh.
It makes you happy. Do it more, Phil.
Yeah. Do more.
Good. Round of applause for
Round
him.
of applause for Paula, thank you very much, everybody. There's two different things there. You've got colour reading, which is perfectly acceptable as long as you let the people know that's what you're doing. Yes, everybody? You sure? Perfectly sure? Go on then.
And there's that big difference, isn't it? You know, we've run entire workshops of the difference between a psychic medium or a spiritualist medium working with that mediumship. But you did really well there. And a lot of it is don't try and interpret too much. Don't try and filter too much. Surrender yourself to the communicator and give that.
Yeah, because it's like many mistakes you will make. We've made them, especially when you first start out. Absolutely. Tonight's going to be... Don't say that.
We're going to learn from everything we've said today and be good role models.
It's like, because what you will try and do, and we've all done it, is you will get the information, and as you get the information, you will try and work out what it means. It's not for you to know, given that information. And a good example is, and it was your granddad that said this, if you're on your deathbed, or not you're on, or you've got a loved one on the deathbed, and they just say to you, I'm going to come back, and I'm going to just say Coca-Cola. Right? And you go, okay then. And then there's a medium, you go to church as a medium, and your granddad or your dad's turning up, he's going to the medium, Coca-Cola, Coca-Cola. The poor medium's going to be thinking, what does that mean? What does that mean? Okay. Oh, you like fizzy drinks? Oh, you drink too much. You're trying to interpret it. Don't. Because if you'd have just gone, I'm just being told Coca-Cola. Bang, job done. Does that make sense, everybody? Give another example. I was doing a reading years ago, long time ago, because I don't remember readings, but I remember this. I hadn't been doing it long. I don't know what I'm looking at you for. I'd only been doing it about a year. She sat down and went, I've got your husband in, he's coming like a bat out of hell. And I'd never say that. I said, he's like a bat out, he's going wallop. And she's gone, it's all I need, thank you. And she went, I thought I'd upset her. She went, no, it's all I need. It's all I want to know. Because she played bat out of hell at the funeral, the record. And that's all she wanted to know. The job done. Easiest 30 quid ever earned, mate, I'm telling you. But no, we carried it on, obviously. But do you know what I mean? It's like, and they will give you it as you will understand it. So if you just get Coca-Cola, just say Coca-Cola. Don't try and interpret it, because it's not for you to interpret. You are. It's like you're the post. You've heard this before. You're the postman delivering the letters. You don't read the post, do you? You just deliver the letter. Mind you, it depends on the postman.
Yeah, absolutely. And for me, that relationship I have with my guides and the way they present information, that's the spiritual advancement every day. And you're all going to be at different stages and different relationships with your own guide team, but getting that quite right. And for me, I have quite an etiquette way now of doing this, and I get my guides to come forward. And like we were doing, I think it was with Sally. Who is it? Are they male or female? Are they family or colleague, or what is the relationship? I try and get those 3 bits of information, but you need to work out what works well for you. And what you'll see, I haven't worked tonight, we work totally differently, but it is still a collective, consciousness. The energy of the spirit's the same. It's the medium that interprets it slightly differently, that's going to work with that energy slightly differently, and you all just need to bring you and your authentic self to that, and you'll start to develop more your own style as you have that relationship with your guides. But ask them to give you things that make sense. I was reading for someone today, English wasn't their first language, and I don't speak the language and the names that they had. So rather than try and get me spirit giving me the letters and trying to spell it, I gave them things which sounded. I ended up giving 3 syllables of 3 words, almost like a password. And I said the 3 words close together, blended them together. She goes, yeah, that's who you're talking about. I know exactly who you're talking about now. So use the palette of your information, and then once you get to a really good level, we're going to have some trance and transfiguration experiment in about half an hour. Actually, when you surrender yourself that deep, perhaps you don't need to worry so much about your palette. They can present more directly. But when you work at this level, just use what you get.
Yeah, and as I said to you earlier this morning, this afternoon, you just got to be honest about it. And if you don't get enough, if you want to turn your back to people, turn your back and work like that. It's fine. Jim Morrison used to do that. Everyone knows who Jim Morrison is, don't they? The Doors. When they first started, he couldn't face the audience. He just should do the whole concert with his back to the audience. As the drugs and the JD kicked in, he got a bit more open about it. But that's true. That's true, Malcolm, isn't it? It's true. So, turn your back or closing your eyes, not a problem. I just don't like to turn my back or close my eyes because I don't know what people are going to throw at me. So, that's just me.
Yeah, the other thing I was just going to mention is during the pandemic, with so much more going online, there was that opportunity to work differently, but also to trust. So the other thing I was going to say was about verification. Everyone loves a yes, and as a medium, I feed in it on a psychic level. It's good, isn't it? Yes, you agree with me. It's true, brilliant. And you get closer to the communicator. The no can throw you. Ivan spoke about that. My dad's always said to me, treat that as your next challenge. Treat the no and get deeper, get further. But with the mediumship we'll be doing on things like Skype where you can't see the audience, once you know who the communicator is, you surrender yourself to the communicator and you deliver a load of evidence and a message without the constant verification. And that's why we were getting people to turn around and face. You don't need someone to agree with everything you say. You're trusting that your people in your congregation are a good congregation, and if they violently disagree with something you said, that they're going to tell you. And that's part of your etiquette when you're working. You say to people, I'm going to tell you a load of stuff. It's up to you to tell me that it's right or it's wrong, but don't feed me the information. And then just getting that, you've got someone that says, yeah, you've got my granddad, you've got my nan, second cousin twice removed. Deliver the evidence and the message without worrying too much about that confirmation, unless, of course, they say to you, you're not with me. Does that make sense?
Also, you will have the time, and it will throw you, and where you get more than one communicator. You could get 2, 3 different communicators, and it will throw you. Just go with it. Go with it. It's like, you don't try and control it. If they've got 3 coming in, just go with it, and whatever information they're giving you. It's like I say to everybody, always be honest. Yes? Always.
Anyone want to have one more go before we finish? Put that into practice. Come on.
Round, come on, you do better than that. How about a bit of whooping? Woo-hoo!
Okay.
I don't know what I'm going to, actually.
Strangers in the night, what were the chances? Lovers at first sight,
It's a woman.
Okay,
exchanging glances.
Introduce yourself to everybody.
Right, yeah.
I know. I'm trying my best. Say hello to everybody. Get their attention.
Yeah. Hello, everybody. My name is Barbara.
Good evening, Barbara. I'm glad some people are paying attention.
No, I don't.
Are you going to do some mediumship for them?
Yes.
So tell 'em.
Yes, yeah. I'm going to do some mediumship. I'm coming to the lady in the middle on the table over there.
Okay.
With the short hair and glasses.
Short hair and glasses. Okay,
Yeah,
what's over?
yeah.
Okay. So when we pick on people in the audience, it's always good actually to just check, is it okay if I work with you?
Yeah.
Okay, so ask her.
Yeah. Is it okay if I work with you?
Yes, it's fine, thank you.
Right.
Okay, so you've got a man, so tell her I've got a man.
Yeah, I've got a man here.
And who does he claim to be? Friend, family,
He-
colleague, neighbour?
He's an uncle.
Right.
An uncle? Okay,
Don't
mum
put it
or
in
dad?
the mouth.
Mum's side of the family.
Okay, so pause there. Do you understand, uncle, mum's side of the family?
Do you understand, uncle?
Yes, I've got a lot of uncles.
Yeah, the one that's in heaven.
Right, yeah. And you were
Tell her, the one that's in heaven.
one that's in
on mum's
heaven,
side.
and you on mum's side, and you were very close to him when you was a child.
I think I know which one. There are lots of them, but I know which one you mean.
Yeah, now she knows which one. So let's give her one more bit of comfort. How did he die? Head, body, arms, legs, mind, accident, old age?
Heart attack. He died with a heart attack.
Sorry, after all that, I don't know.
Oh.
You don't know?
No.
You don't like uncle anymore?
Oh, I do.
Okay. So you have a mum's brother in the spirit world, so ask her that. Ask her?
Yes. Yeah. Did
Not you.
you,
Ask her.
yeah. Did you have an uncle in?
Don't ask her a question, tell her. Your
Tell her.
mum had an uncle.
Your
You
mum
had an
had-
uncle, your mum's brother.
Yeah, your mum's brother.
No, he was her sister's husband.
Brother-in-law, okay.
Right. Brother-in-law. Yeah. But did he die of a heart attack?
I don't know how they died.
Oh.
I just know they did.
Okay.
Right. So
He told you it's a heart attack. So well, he's telling me he
He's,
died of a heart
he's
attack.
telling me it was a heart
So
attack.
tell us something that she did know that she can now verify. Does the in-law
Yeah.
thing right? Has
Yes.
he disagreed the community? Has he said, no, I don't know her? He said, I do know her. That's my...
I'm not doing very well, actually.
No, you are. You're doing good.
You
You're doing
do?
good.
Oh.
You're doing really good. So she knows she's got a brother-in-law, an uncle, okay, that was an in-law to her mum in the spirit world. She doesn't know how he died. So what? Let's give her something that she did know. About the links through the mum. What's special about mum? When was mum born? You got a 1 in 12 guess, but let's ask her. Which mum?
She was born in May.
No, not May.
Okay. So good. You went straight in there. Now go for a season. Was it? So where's May? Early summer or late spring?
It was late spring.
Oh, birthday, did you say? Oh, sorry. Yeah, August.
Okay, so you've now given her specific information. She now knows mum's side of the family. She understands the uncle. Didn't know how he died, but you've given a piece of information between the link, which is the mum. Okay, so good. Well done. That's the first challenge. She's going to be hard work. You can see from the start of the microphone because she's having to place. Didn't know the guy particularly well. So why is he here? What is he here to say? Give us something really specific about the now. Something that she will know. Rather than make her think back, now give us something really specific about now. What's important right now in her life?
It's something you need to change in your life, and I think he's here for you to help you.
What? Change her knickers? Change her wallpaper? What does she need?
No.
What does she need to change? Be specific. What does she need to
You're
change?
thinking of making a big change in your life, and you're not sure about it.
Well, I'm hopeful of doing.
You're hopeful of a change.
No, well, to progress in what we're doing.
Okay. So she's talking. So it's a spiritual thing. So does that make sense with you? You understand that? You feel right?
Yes, I feel
Yeah.
that feels right.
So say he's here from spirit then.
He's
to
here
give you that confirmation.
He's here from Spirit to give you confidence and to go ahead
That
with
you've got
it.
this. And you're going to get what you want.
And you're going to get what you want.
Okay. And then
Yeah.
send her a love.
He sends lots of love to you.
Okay. And say thank you.
Thank you.
Round of applause for her. Well done. Well done. Good job. Yeah, well done. It's hard, and we've got to remember that some of these things, you set the cousin twice removed, your mum's brother-in-law from 30 years ago, all these things are quite difficult. For spirit, time doesn't mean as much to them. So treat the no as a challenge. Just keep moving on. Look for that thing. Okay, if they didn't know, and lots of people, when you get great-grandparents, and everyone's got a great-grandparent probably in the spirit world, they might not have known how they died because it might have been a tiny baby. So give them something specific.
Yeah, and it's, everyone done very well. Give everyone a round of applause who got up, and everyone, you all done great. And I know there's a few people who did it for the first time, They're quite surprised at what they got, which is great. Because you just got to be true to spirit and true to yourself, and always give the information you get. Don't try and dissect it. Don't try and analyse it. Just give it. Yes? Because you won't get the confidence, like I said earlier. If anyone's in the earlier thing, you just get the trust, and you trust spirit to deliver. And take it from me and him. They will. They absolutely will.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, everybody. Good day. Good day. Good day. Good day, everybody.
Good day to you.
Everybody. And now we're going to do. What are we going to do? I got you, babe. Shall we?
I got you, babe.
We're done.